One of those, like, you're in bed, you got the TV on, you're like, just one more play, one more drive. It was too fun to have football back.
We had a whole game of it, literally an entire game, down to a field goal with 2 seconds to play, and that is how the Bucs kicked off their title defense with a win over Dallas, 31-29. Brady led the Bucs downfield to set the Ryan Suckup field goal up and allow him to be the hero. 379 yards and 4 touchdowns. Bruce Arians said there was no doubt that we were going to win that game. Dak Prescott begged to differ because in his first game in 11 months, Dak silenced all the doubters. More than 400 yards and 3 of his own touchdowns. It's just really hard to keep pace with Brady and Gronk in their tutties. And 2 of them, and they're now the second duo in NFL history to combine for 100 passing touchdowns. Stop it. They're 14 behind the duo of Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison.
Tutties. His teammates say he's the best defensive player in football, and now T.J. Watt's team is paying him like it. ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting Steelers and their star linebacker agreed to a 4-year, $112 million extension Thursday, making Watt the highest paid defensive player in the game. Watt, according to Schefter, overruled his agents who said that he could get more money. He walked into the office of Steelers president Art Rooney II and told him, "We have a deal, and now I need to go work out."
What I don't like is what's happening in Baltimore, because in the span of 12 days, the Ravens have lost 3 running backs. And in the span of a couple of plays on the practice field, they lost one of those running backs and a corner. Gus Edwards tore his ACL, and so did Marcus Peters. The Ravens they led the NFL in rushing last season. This season, their running back depth chart goes like this. Tyson Williams and Le'Veon Bell, who's currently on the practice squad, but at least you know who Bell is. Who's Williams? This is a guy who played his college ball at 3 different schools, UNC, South Carolina, and BYU. He signed with the Ravens after going undrafted in 2020. He's literally not carried the ball in a regular season game. None carries, 0. But he did rush for 130 yards and a touchdown this preseason. The Ravens opened their regular season Monday night against the
Raiders. Lionel Messi has had hat tricks before, but Thursday night to beat Bolivia in a World Cup qualifier in Buenos Aires, that was a historic one. International goals number 77, 78, and 79 for his career. It's now 26 goals in World Cup qualifying matches, moving Messi beyond Luis Suarez for the most among CONMEBOL players. Now, this was Messi's 7th career hat trick for country, his 2nd in a World Cup qualifying match. With that 2nd goal, this is the historic part of it, Messi passing Pelé for the most men's international goals in South American soccer history. And the player that's 3rd on the list is Messi's former Barca and current PSG teammate, Neymar.
England baseball. Tyler O'Neill really likes September. And the Dodgers, at least players not named Trey Turner, are having a hard time hitting. Cardinals over the Dodgers 2-1, and O'Neill hit his 4th home run this month. And those not named Turner went 2 for 27. The Dodgers have lost 4 of their last 7 games. 2 have been to the Giants, 2 have been to the Cardinals, and the Dodgers are now 2.5 back of San Francisco in the NL West. To which Turner says, look, a lot can happen in the last 20 games. Well, that little run starts tonight with a 3-game series against the Padres, a team that is in its own battle to make the postseason. The Dads currently lead the Reds by a skinny little game for the final wild card spot.
All right, so this happened. This was out in Oakland. A's and White Sox. Josh Harrison's going to lead it off for Oakland. That fan came prepared, caught the ball in his fanny pack. He's up in the mezzanine, probably not high traffic area for baseballs.
But very large.
He basically human kangaroos the foul ball. It goes right into the pouch.
It's right by a sandwich.
Sunscreen, maybe some snacks, some hand sanitizer maybe. But look at him, through the hands. That's fine. We got a backup set of hands in the form of a nylon zippered pouch.
What's in there? PB&J?
Rapid, probably. Oh, Jesus. Let's go. Rapid fire. Question time. Yes. Are you ready? Fanny pack, yes or no?
No. Belt bag, yes.
Belt bag? That's a fanny pack.
No, don't say fanny pack.
Belt bag?
No, wait, hold on. I am married to an Australian. Has a whole different meaning.
But belt bag? Fanny pack.
Fanny pack.
What is, do you want to?
Those are your half-hour headlines.
I kind of want to tug on that thread.
No.
All right, we are just 2 days away now from the first Sunday of the NFL season. The Bucs got us started off pretty well with a nice matchup. Dan Graziano, always excited for the festivities on a Sunday, and probably a fanny pack enthusiast, not unlike myself. Dan, why don't we start with the injury updates from around the league? What's the very latest on Carson Wentz in Indy?
Carson Wentz has been practicing. He's been a full participant in practice this week. The anticipation is that he will start at quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday. And Randy, I've had a chance to talk to some Colts players this week. I'm covering that game. they said they've been amazed by how he just sort of slides into practice and acts like, nothing ever happened. Remember, he missed almost all of training camp with that foot injury. He was on the COVID-19 list last week, had to miss some games. So the anticipation in Indianapolis is that Wentz will, in fact, play and will hit the ground running. So we'll see how this works with him and Frank Reich in Indy. Jimmy Garoppolo likely to start for the 49ers, but the big question is, how much of rookie Trey Lance will we see? Hurt his finger on this play that you see here in a preseason game. He's been a limited participant in practice. My expectation is that it'll hold him back enough that you won't see that rotation you saw in that last preseason game, but he may see the field if he feels good enough to do it. Speaking of which, Saquon Barkley, Giants running back, coming back off that significant knee injury from early last season. He has been a practice participant this week. Today is a big day for Saquon Barkley. If the doctors clear him to play, there's a chance the Giants would play him on Sunday. Remember, they have a Thursday night game this week. That factors into their decision on whether to play him and how much Sunday. Even if he plays, don't expect a full workload for Saquon Barkley. And this is definitely one to watch. Austin Eckler of the Chargers has missed practice each of the last 2 days with a hamstring injury. He was out there yesterday in uniform, stretching with the team, going through some pre-game work or pre-practice work with trainers, but once practice started, he did not participate. We'll watch this situation closely today to see if Austin Eckler might have to miss the opener for the Chargers.
Yeah, the Bolts currently 1-point underdogs at Washington for that services. Man, that's how quickly things can change. Carson Wentz with the foot and Saquon Barkley seemed unlikely to go. That was a few weeks ago, and now trending in the right direction. That's Dan Graziano with the latest on SportsCenter. And still ahead. He hadn't played in nearly a year, but 400 yards and 3 touchdowns later, he had one teammate who was left unimpressed. We're going to explain just ahead.